right. We're live. They're slow on the uptake for getting the stream going. Really hard to find, too. Looks like it's on ESPN News. And let's get this party going. Alright, so see what's going on. Just getting this stuff going here, guys. Apologies for the delays. YouTube makes it real difficult. All right, fire it up, footballers. Let's see what's going on here. I got the lineup showing up for you, but let's do this. Just playing around. Add this to the old scene. That over there. Wait, no, leave that. Good. Now grab that. Send a live. Get this going while the Seattle Sounders and the Chicago Fire lace up. We're just getting on the field here. It's on ESPN News. Sorry I'm slow on the get-go here. Trying to figure this out. I think I got the starting lineup for you there. Let's take a closer look at that in a second. Looks like it'll just be me, maybe a guest appearance or two along the way. Some action, need some noise or something going on here. Let's see at this game. We have Herbert up top with Barrett. It's like we have some sort of 4-4-2. Cronholm has regained the net. He's starting. Bornstein out on left back. Calvo at left center back. Kappelhoff at right center back. And Brant Bronigo getting a start at right back. Who is in the middle? Oh, Pineda is getting a start in center defensive mid along with Madron. Frankowski out to the right. Mihailovic out to the left. And on our sub bench, on the bench, we have Shuttleworth, Navarro, left back. Azira, center defensive mid. Olmsberg, a center back. Slonina, also a center back. Also center back. Collier, forward / winger. And Gutjar, like a defensive and midfield specialist. Very interesting. They're singing the national anthem right now. They're getting the game going. Let's take a look also at the lineup for Seattle. The old Seattle Sounders. Let's also do ourselves a favor and make sure that the video's working and all that jazz. Live chat's going. What's going on in live chat? Can you guys hear me? Let me know how audio is. Oh, looks like I got. Yeah, looks like that. Might add some double audio there. Now let's go looking up Seattle's lineup. Do they not have theirs up? Interestingly. Where's your squad? Where's the starting lineup? Not seeing it. Got some neat tifo going on though. Brom beat victory. Audio's good. Thanks, Mike. All right, yeah, we'll get this going here. We're waiting for this game to start. Looks like commercial. Some people were complaining about this, that the games are not exactly starting out on time. Thought that's been funny. Definitely like an NFL thing. Oh, it started at 2, and then it doesn't start till 2:15. No, the game was supposed to start at 2. It's now 2:23, which is ridiculous. Also, it's really hard to find. I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking for this game on where I expect it to be ESPN Plus. Lo and behold, go and find that I'm unable to get that. You need to be a subscriber. Okay, so but it's not on WGN either. I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have to listen to this in Spanish? Luckily, it did come up on our ESPN app or whatever it is here. How's everybody doing in the chat? What do you guys expect to see today? Kronholm and net. It's going to start out the season well. That'll be a storyline to watch. Brant Bronico, he's the right back position, his to lose, and more so that Sekulic is going to be brought in and playing center back in place of Kapelhoff. Is that a potential storyline? Possibly. Really, what's going to happen with Wiki? What's he going to be doing with this bench? His bench does. Once we get all of our DPs in, it's going to look a lot different. But this bench is not as powerful as when we were thinking about it. But of course, we're missing all 2 of our DPs, Aliseda and Gaston Jimenez. ESPN. Can I see the soccer game now, or am I allowed? Thanks, everybody, for letting me know ESPN News. Let's tweet this out, too. How about? Not a bad idea. We are watching live. And Barrett. Oh, they're about to get started here, boys and girls. Part of the live chat. Boom. All these hashtags. What do you guys think about all these hashtags that we know? Like CF97, CFFC, Vamos Fire, which is probably my favorite besides CF97. Watchalong. Oh, it's kicked off. All right. Can I watch this on my computer, or do I gotta watch this on here? Just kind of stinks. Okay, making it so difficult. is it so difficult to watch soccer in America when it's so easy to watch soccer in Europe, in America? Which is ironic because watching soccer in Europe is really difficult. Specifically, there's like 3 television deals for EPL soccer, so you need like 3 deals to be able to watch all your team's games, which kind of is ridiculous. Meanwhile, we in America have a pretty nice posh deal with NBC. Can I see this game, or I guess I'm locked out? Great. Okay. Great. So I have to watch it from this awkward position until I figure this out. What's going on with these kits? Fire on the press already. They got the ball. They're pushing forward. I really like these offensive structures. They're swinging the ball in, and we're getting a chance on net already. It's going to go out of bounds here, but really the opening minute or two, 2 minutes, not too bad from the Fire, coming out hot. Of course, it's got a long season left to go. Can I see this? No? Okay. Guess not. There we go. Can I see it, please? Can you make it simple? Let me mute the audio. Can I see the game? Let's delete that. Oh no, let's get that going again. Why not? So tricky. Okay. Trixie, screen share. Let's cancel that. Let's re-add that. Your screen? This would be nice. No. Yeah, that. All right. Close that. Oh, that's fine. Send to live. That's good enough. Swap you up. Doing it right now. Get that going. Let's get looking at this game. Something happened. Not able to see because I really want to make it difficult. Okay, can I now go to what I want to see? This, please. Please, no. Okay, fine. Wiki on the sideline, they're showing them. It's 4 minutes in. Really not much has happened. We're just settling into the game here. Sorry that I'm a little slow, guys, on the get-go. I'll get going here in about 2 minutes. Just trying to get my stuff set up so I could watch this game in a fair way and not have to crane my neck. Really make it difficult to watch these games, especially when you pay all this money already to watch the games legally. Anything? Anything at all? No? Okay, great. Wonderful. Great. Grand. All right, resituate. There's no other way to do it. No other way. Not the usual streaming place. You guys might be able to tell. Let's see. Some fire crap going there. Crown being tested. Corner kick. Let's be able to see the interested to see Madron. Mike Damas go put checking in. Interested to see Madron. Could be good. Could be not so good. Yeah, I mean in preseason he really hasn't been all that in a bag of chips. So hopefully we see a little bit more out of him. Corner comes to nothing. Header knocks it out of bounds. Better if I could have it there. Jug it. Let's make it happen. For the sake of the live stream. That's ridiculous. There we go. Much better. Herbers. Walking away a little disappointed. I don't know why. All right, boys and girls. We are just about set here, finally. About 7 minutes into the game. Little fire crest going here. Boom. Luigi Della Giovanpala checking in. Hi, I'm Italian. He's an Italian Chicago fan. What's going on, Luigi? We are checking in here, watching this game. It's 7 minutes and 48. I'm just getting settled in here. Fire really making it difficult to watch the game. But hopefully that has been resolved with Joe Mansueto approaching WGN and getting a deal in there. Get them on over-the-air TV. The game is on ESPN News right now and also ESPN Deportes. Fire on the ball. Looks like they've had a little bit more of the dangerous chances. But John getting across side, across the back door, and they got a ball on the net. Nice little header. It looked like from Frankowski. It was. So we've had about maybe a chance and a half chance earlier. So we're getting action. The Fire having a few more offensive attacks than they would maybe even had last season. Hopefully you guys can see that stuff on the left. Everybody could do me a favor, smash that like button. Like and subscribe for more Spitting Fire. We always get cool guests on here. Had Peter Nowak, Peter Wilt in the past, both of them. Peter Nowak was, of course, the first Chicago Fire player. Peter Nowak, that was Peter Nowak. Peter Wilt was the first Chicago Fire GM and president and helped design the crest and everything, getting them off the ground. Really great interviews. We've had Lavelle Palmer on, a couple of media people like Paul Tenorio, Sam Stexel. A couple of awesome, just great people. Scott Sandalow, Juan Pimiento, a couple podcasters out there, Sons of a Pitch podcast, Sad Boys. Let's take a look. Okay, not much going on. Fire making easy business right now, easy work of Seattle's attack. Meanwhile, they're proving a bit more than Seattle's able to handle right now. What's going on here? An injury already? I don't know if you guys saw this, but Joseph Martinez at oh, ouch. Oh, ouch. Kapoff might need to be taken off. Did he get landed on? What happened there? I have to see that again. Oh, nice play, Carmel. Actually not the greatest play. Ron S. Wow, you saw it too? Yeah, it looks like he really hit the ground hard there, Kapelhoff. Oh, you're probably going to have to take him off if he's splayed out like that. What? What's going on here? Is Calvo captain? Kapelhoff looks a little shaken up, but is he trying to continue? Wiki's talking with Frank. Frank Lopez. Awesome to see him on the bench. Having his ideas on that bench, have his eyes. Really very useful. We had Fred Huebner on the podcast talking about when he was working with Frank and Paul Tenorio back in the day. Had some good times. What are they going to do here with Kapelhoff? We enter here into the 12th minute. Kapelhoff is back on the field. Took quite a big fall there. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. And yeah, wow, little easy fall there, but well, nonetheless. Forza Lazio. Ooh, Lazio fan. Lazio been really good lately. Is Lazio like a team that came out of nowhere, or have they always been like one of those teams in Europe, in Italy? Because to me, it was always Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus. Those were like the big three. I didn't really think of Lazio as amongst them, but they're making a name. And definitely thanks to ESPN Plus, watched a little bit more Italian football than I have lately before. A good chance, across. Seattle's able to clear the ball, but a very good chance for Chicago Fire. A cross coming in from the right side. This attack, they're knocking on the door. That's another chance. So we're up to 2.5 chances here, I would say. Going on to the 12th minute, maybe one chance for Seattle, if that. So as far as chance creation goes, really, really looking good here for Chicago Fire over Seattle Sounders. Fire trying to spread it out, play out the back. See how aggressive this gets. Calvo really steps up with the ball far there. He went from his goal line basically to the half. But was looking for help, didn't get it. They managed to get it outside. Frankowski, did he kick the ball or was that off somebody? Was that a shot or was that a cross? Frankowski got pace. Oh, Barrick's going to be on the end of those types of crosses more and more often, that's for sure. Fire just are starting to make Seattle Sounders nervous, I think. And the thing is, they got to keep this energy level up. Georgie! Oh, Georgie. Puts it into Canada. Just punts it over the net. Tried to curl it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Here at Spitting Fire, we're normally a podcast, but we're doing this live stream thing where we watch the games, do a little watch along with you. Kind of in the vein of, I don't know if you guys ever watch, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'll watch the United Stand, Mark Goldbridge, and they always do like game watches, and there's True Jordy and other just like game watches, watching various soccer matches. It's just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Lazio's not very famous abroad, but now, fortunately, we are first in Serie A. Yeah, it seems like they kind of came out of nowhere, but really, really quite awesome story, Lazio. Is that where, what was it, Bellotti? I'm going to look at that. Andrea Bellotti. Where did he play? For Torino. Was he always in Torino? No, he played for Palermo. I guess I was thinking Torino. Interesting. All right, what did I do with my game? There it is. Boom. All right, where's the chat? Boom. Awesome. Fire, in a different change of pace. Instead of trying to play like using the entire half and their third, which you're doing right now, but like instead of trying to keep it in the back towards the halfway line, they're trying to keep the ball in the middle and final third, opening up some passes. They're just doing some things here that I did not see under Paunovic tactically. we'll see with the introduction of some of these DPs how what these results could be of this coach. Wiki, of course, comes in a similar vein as Paunovic, both U17 coaches. I think Paunovic, though, won a World Cup with Serbia way back in the day, which was a Wednesday. Fire on the ball, really nullifying Seattle's attack here. Madron sitting on the ball a little more. Herbers dropped real back. They have the 4-4-2, but maybe it's more of a it's definitely something different because Herbers dropped back and Barrick's kind of playing like a lone striker type of role. Cheeky pass, but offside. Need a little more excitement, like behind me, like Action Jackson or like my dog or something just to liven it up, so it's not just my commentary. Second person's always nice. Everybody was, of course, busy and probably at bars watching the game. 22. Let's see. Fire trying to make some noise, holding on to the ball here, doing real well with possession, spreading the ball. Seattle not allowing Seattle to do what they want to do. Thanks everybody for checking in here and checking in while we do this little watch along. Of course, can't show game audio, can't show game video, all that jazz, but can certainly talk about it and see what we're seeing. Let's see what we're seeing. Barrett kind of a plan. Let's see what we're seeing defensively. What is this? A 4-5-1 type? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the far long side? Interesting. Georgie Madron have a nice little partnership developing. Georgie had a nice little cheeky pass that Madron was all about. Madron could has that type of touch to do these things with Georgie passes. Maybe we'll see a bit more magic there. I do wonder if the Stojakovic signing will replace either Georgie or Madron. And interesting that Madron was brave enough to take the number 10 jersey. Must really think highly of himself to be able to deserve that 10, you would think. And then we've, of course, seen that out of our cash-in. Katai, definitely a worthy number 10. Seattle's trying to get their flow going. Fire relaxing, taking their foot off the pedal here for a moment. They've been having the ball. Pineda. Really surprising that Pineda got a start, but he's been getting the time in preseason. Maybe earned that. There's a weak shot that's going to go out of bounds for the Chicago Fire. We're going to have a goal kick here to Seattle Sounders as we enter into the 19th minute. Interesting tifos out in CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Real nice day out here in Chicago. I must say, in fact, I should be outside. It'd be so much better, but perhaps another time. That'd be cool. See what's going on here. Seattle spreading the ball out, taking their time. Fire put the pressure on kind of in the middle of their own third. They let Seattle do what they wanted to do up until about the middle of their own third. And then they started putting pressure on the ball carrier and have now managed to get the ball back. Long ball tactics here, trying to get the ball out. Little football. Space taking. Somebody earned a foul on Chicago Fire. Somebody earned a foul from Brad Bronico standing over the ball. Interesting jerseys. The blue shorts, blue jersey, red socks. The new kit. What do you guys think of the new kit? You guys like it? Everybody in the chat. Cronholm spreading the ball out. The blue red look is not too bad. People commented on the purple goalie kits. I kind of like them. Purple and green. A grapevine. Fire holding onto the ball, trying to make stuff happen. And they are doing so. What's going to happen here? Okay, they give it to the middle. They're playing it around. Okay, they went from left to right real quick there, playing through the middle. And they're developing some a little dangerous chance here. But Seattle did recover finally in the final third. Starting a little counterattack here. Who's that? Jovan Jones? Uh-oh. Good little defense. Good little second effort. Recovery. By Chicago Fire to nip that counterattack in the bud. We're going to see a corner here to Seattle. So what happened here? What happened here? Brandt with the cross. The defender was just there. Nobody on the offense. Two offenders that might have had a chance, but the defender had the clear grab at it, the clear header. Thanks everyone for joining us after the fact. What's going on? All right, they take like a weird corner, and it does not work out. They kind of kicked it out. Instead of kicking it in, they kicked it to like their far left back, who was way out, who kicked it back to the corner kick taker, who sprinted to try and get back outside. Really didn't come out too much. But they do have the ball still. Brandt pressuring. Barrick pressuring. Let's see what's going on here. Mihailovic head on a swivel. Mihailovic steps up a little higher than Herber's right now. So that 4-4-2 that we see may be more accurate of a 4-5-1 with like Herber's dropping in as like a CF, center forward type. But Georgie is on that far left flank, interestingly enough. Saw that Nikolic scored for his club over in Europe. Good for Nikolic. Get off and going. Big long throw. Seattle's got it in the zone. It's dangerous. Nice little shot here. It's going to be a goal. How did they not score? Wow. Wow. Bad defense, but great save by Cronholm. Is that what happened here? Let's see. Defensive breakdown. Great little cut. Oh, wow. Great save by Cronholm. Cronholm saved a for-sure goal. What Calvo's doing in that, what he did there, I really wasn't helping. Calvo. Oh, my gosh. That's my one problem with Calvo. I love Calvo. But sometimes he gets caught in no man's land. Like, is somebody else going to do the job for me? But maybe that's expectations. That's fair expectations, too. He's captain. He's demanding. He does a lot of work as it is. So he needs people to step up. Calvo is captain. Captain Calvo. Seattle having the ball back in their far zone. Fire having most of the game so far, but Seattle having a little bit of a resurgence, I would say. What's Wiki trying to do here? Brandt puts it back to Kappelhoff, who's still in after that little knock he took earlier. Really hurts not having Sapong available. I think he took a knock last week. Interesting that Cronholm was able to come back in time when they trusted him enough to start. Seattle give it away. There's an interception, and then the Fire give it away. But then the Fire take it right back with a nice little press. Brandt's going to put it up top. Let me see a corner here. Maybe not. Wow, sloppy by Seattle. It's going to give the Fire another chance to retain possession. Trying to switch the field. See what happens here. Madron, he just shot somebody in the face with that ball. They looked like that might have smarted a little bit. You back up, though. None worse for wear. Madron holds onto the ball. Has been a lot of the ball, Madron, but I want to see more magic. Good pass to the middle there to start a slice. Crazy far shot, really far out for Barrick. Maybe about 10, 15 yards still out from 20 yards out from the penalty spot. And he takes a crack at it. Goes wide. Goalie wasn't really tested there. Seattle holding on to the ball, running around. Thinking they got something here. They're doing that thing in the middle third of the Fire's. Middle third right now. Dancing on the ball, trying to find somebody open. Got some magic going. Oh. The Fire nervous there for a second. Nope. Well, Fire just try to play defense, hold the ball out. Seattle having one of their longer, extended, more extended possessions that they've had during the first half. We're entering into here to the 27th minute with the score 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. Thanks everybody for joining in. This little watch along. See what we're seeing here. 4 in the back, flat 4 line. There's Brand. Frankowski cheats back on that right wing. Barrick's cheating out right. Barrick is cheating out right. So Georgie could cheat up left. Herbers kind of drops into more of a center forward position. Madron trying to play slightly behind him to the left. You got Pineda probably dropping the deepest of the mids. Frankowski also dropping a little deep because he's just got the pace and the physicality to run up and down that field. Herber's making a run towards Brant Bronico just to show you like the fact that, yeah, he's not playing left striker according to that formation, that 4-4-2 striker formation. Really more of like a 4 diamond? No, it's like a 4-5-1. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With Barrick at the top. Kind of turns into a 4-3-3 a little bit. A lot of numbers. Gets Bornstein into the attack. Bornstein, do we have a goal? Is he offside? Oh, he's got to be offside. Yeah, it's a good look by Bornstein to Barrick, but he was offside. Should have a guest star stopping by at halftime. Drop with a little halftime analysis. What's going on here, guys? Barrick looking for his first Chicago Fire MLS season goal. Still not going to have it yet. 29th minute. Now the 30th. Seattle taking control of the ball. Fire still with the majority of the chances, as we've seen. The run of the play is going towards the Fire right now. The Seattle is trying to pick up the pieces. They are not as sloppy as they were at the beginning of the first 10, maybe first 15. They have solidified. But Fire are pressuring. Wow, Calvo is high. So that was a very interesting pressure situation. They must have switched here their style of defense because right now the Fire, Calvo was pressuring so far up, he got up to the halfway line to pressure somebody. When he was, the rest of his back line was still like 20 yards, 30 yards behind him. Interesting. Fire got the ball again. Mihailovic does a little dummy. Bornstein's going to get the cross. And we're going to have a corner here. Fire knocking on that door. Let's go, Fire. Fire it up, footballers. Let's go. Georgie looks wide, gets to Borno. Is he off? Oh, yeah. Man, Barrick, if you just went – not much Barrick could do because he kind of has to wait for Borno to go more forward because it's like if he drops back, really changes his momentum. It's going to really make it harder to shoot. Both of them got to get in sync there. So hopefully we see a bit more of that. Of course, this is the first game of the season, so promising. Got a corner. Is that Georgie on the corner? I certainly hope so. These corners have been the set pieces have been very good. Fire somehow managed to retain the ball despite that's a foul. No? Madron tried to draw one, didn't get it. Didn't get the call. Seattle more looking like the Flounders than the Sounders right now. Chicago Fire firing on a few cylinders, despite missing 2 of their DPs. Should be here in a week or two. Aliseda and Gaston Jimenez. Gaston Jimenez, of course, hopefully solidify that center defensive mid area. Maybe that knocks Pineda off, but Pineda's trying to do what he can, make a name for himself. Also, then you have Sekulic coming in, possibly for right back Bronico, possibly for Kappelhoff. Right center back. And then you have Aliseda probably coming in at left mid or left winger for Mihailovic. And then does Mihailovic or Madron move forward, and which one's more critical and needed there? I mean, this is certainly going to change a lot of things. It's nice to have those options, though. Seattle reduced to doing some long, not very good-looking crosses. Fire snuff out the attack pretty easily. Meanwhile, the Seattle is not snuffing out the Fire attack. They did on this instance right now that I'm watching, but they have been struggling to do so. Fire have been in control for the majority of this match. We're entering into the 33rd minute. And by entering, I mean we're already 30 seconds through. I really like our left flank with Bornstein. Bronico is very offensive-minded on that right flank with Frankowski. Madron drops it off. Pineda looks at Brandt. Hey, what do you think it's over?
It's good. Are you streaming?
We're streaming.
We're live.
We're live. Got a special guest star here, boys and girls. Of course, you know him as @JGry, the Fire Guy. My brother.
Yeah, I've been watching. I was watching downstairs, and the first 20 minutes was a pretty open game, back and forth, a lot of counterattacks, and now the game settled down a bit, and both teams have had chances to score. Seattle obviously had those 2 amazing opportunities.
I think the Fire found more.
Yeah. But it's a track meet so far. I mean, it's just counterattack, nothing really from just like possession, build-up play.
I think the Fire have had more possession. Their build-up play has been more dangerous.
Well, I think they're connecting well. They really can connect the ball, move it, get the ball wide, and they're pinging some of these crosses. Yeah. So I mean, I know it's the first game, but I mean, I think that's things I really didn't see last year. I mean, the combination play is there.
Yeah, right. They have an idea of what they're doing when they enter the offensive zone. They have ideas where everybody's going. There's some sort of sense to their attack. Hernandez checking in. Go Sounders. What's up, Hershey's?
But no, I mean, honestly, I think Seattle had 2 A++
chances.
Geez, I don't know how that didn't go in. Cronholm made some saves.
But the Fire, I feel like, have had more chances per capita. A few half chances there, a few good chances. Like they could have scored on that Barrick Bornstein goal that was called offsides. But Barrich.
Yep.
But we know it's very hard for a striker to hold himself off that line. He needed Borno.
That was tough. That was a tough play.
He needed Borno to take one more touch and maybe even put the goalie in a position where he's like, oh, is he going to shoot?
Mm-hmm. No, but for being the first game, I think both teams look pretty sharp in terms of skills. Balls, their touch is good. Balls flying around, all that's pretty well. Just the shape, right? The shape's kind of lacking defensively for both sides. That's why the counter is working so well. Look here right now, boom, he's gone.
Georgie puts the ball in the middle. Mr. Frankowski. Is he going to blow by his guy? What's he going to do?
This is pretty much going to be the game. Just going to be.
We got a chance! Ah, Georgie!
Is he on? Is he on?
He's not on? No way!
He's off. Wow.
No way. We got to see this. Oh, man, that would have been so great for Georgie. Brace face. We got to start calling him.
I thought it was interesting what the announcer said, how he's a U.S. men's national team member, but he's not playing on the Fire. It's like, that is an interesting comment.
That was last season. They're sitting in last place for a lot. I mean, close to last place. So he's onside. Let's watch this. Still onside.
He wants the ball.
He's offside right now.
Off.
But wait. Okay. Yeah, he's off. Okay, that's clear. He's clearly offside. Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah, track me. Back and forth.
36th minute. Open game. It's been fun. Like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams trying to find their place. I feel like Fire have found their place a little bit stronger than Seattle. They've looked the stronger side. Like as far as
honestly, I think it's pretty even right now.
All right, that might be a homer to me.
Pretty even. I mean, both teams are countering very well. Both have had A+ opportunities, and
can you hold the fort here for run real quick? I gotta do this.
Making me hop in.
Yeah, just hop in.
The guest co-host.
Be back here in a second, boys and girls.
Assume the seat. All right.
Follow him. Wow.
A good cross there. No, but I mean, I know it's early, but I like what I see, right? So you're definitely seeing them. I don't know if it's by design, but the common thing you're seeing is those counterattacks, getting the ball wide. I've seen some nice build-up play with Madron. I'm still trying to learn their names, but yeah, he's got some nice feet. You know, he's making some combination plays. They're making some runs, and I definitely like what I see. You just want to see them shore up that the overall shape, because I mean, they're getting countered like crazy. There you go. Crown home standing on his head a little bit. Here, you can take your seat.
All right, I'll take over. You want to come back for halftime again?
Yeah. I'll pop in.
All right, cool.
I'll pop in.
Thanks for swinging by. Awesome work there, boys and girls. What's going on? Thank you, Jeffrey. Oh, Puppy was missing me. I brought Puppy in. Puppy going to cause some breakage. Oh. Moses, be careful. All right. How you doing? You doing good? All right, Fire back on the ball. I'm back concentrating. Ooh, then he's got to be onside after that. That's definitely onside when the defender plays you through. What you looking there for? Good, Bush? Sounders back on the ball. Trying to play it through the middle and their wing. Quickly leaves it to the Fire. Fire back in control. Barrick. He's going to put on net. He's trying to look. Georgie's going to look. Oh, Georgie got taken down. What was that? Or did Georgie fall? Could have been maybe a foul, maybe not. Surprised. Got Georgie trying to get a goal here. Really wants to get off the schneid. Earn himself a starting spot before these new DPs and new signings like Stojanovic and Aliseda and Gaston Jimenez come in, and he wants to prove that he belongs. He's got a cap. Does he have a cap? He wants a cap. Maybe U23 cap for sure, but I don't know if he has a senior team cap. I don't believe so. How you doing there? Yeah? I thought you were playing with all the boys and girls. I thought you were playing with all the puppies.
I thought you were having so much fun.
Talk with my dog. As we see the fire. So it was interesting, Jeffrey's assessment. A little bit different than mine. Thought that the game was a bit more even. And it definitely is. I might have made it seem like it was definitely all the Fire's game, but he was right to say that it was definitely a lot more even than maybe I was letting on. But that's nice to get that alternative viewpoint on. Nice little play here by Frankowski. Oh, that's no foul? Come on, that's got to be a foul. What is that? Frankowski has a right to to have his space, first of all, and make a play on it. How is that not a foul? He has a right to make a play on it. He doesn't. He got brutalized. Wow. Columbus Crew beating New York City FC 1-0. Goal by Zelarayan. Red Bulls beat Cincinnati 3-2. And Cincinnati's not their debut. I'm thinking Nashville. I guess that's all the scores we get. What's Seattle doing here? A little bit more of a mix, a little bit more messed up. Brandt steps up and just snipes. It's a bad cross, real lazy cross. Did that take a knock on somebody? Come on, that had to take a knock on somebody. The ref screaming. Barrett is screaming at the ref. He's like, "Did you not see that bounce off somebody who was clearly not me?" This linesman's like, "Yeah, maybe I need sunglasses." Interesting. It's like Mihailovic about to take a corner here. We have a little magic from this. Mihailovic's corners during the preseason have been. What was that? The goalie just pushed the one player. Was that Calvo? The Calvo could get under your skin, though. That's for certain. Pineda clears it out. Oh, that's Brandt. I apologize. What's going on with this defense? Calvo stepped up. Where's Bornstein? There's Born. You doing all right, puppy? What are you doing? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Where's all the boys and girls? Where's all the puppers? Seattle's sitting on the ball currently. Sid starting to make a little pressure. Fire having one or two breakdowns, a little slower. Pressuring Bordeaux. Tries to put a shot on, but a lot of Fire bodies are in the way. It just does not get through. But Seattle were able to recover right now. It's sitting back in their center back line. Chilling. Fire, leap on it, snuff it out. I tweet this out. Sharing this tab, okay. Watching ESPN through my Hulu. CF Chicago Fire's movement and passing in the first 25 minutes already surpasses the same at any point in the last two seasons from Eclipse_74. Malort made it to Seattle, courtesy of Alyssa Sharpelli. Dago out there. Hot Ham. Schweinsteiger cheering for Chicago Fire. And we have 3 minutes left, and Jordan Morris is making an appearance. He is stretching. Jordan Morris off to the side in Seattle. Three minutes of stoppage time. Seattle trying to pressure. Fire step up. It's Pineda. Stops him. Gets it to Frankowski. Frankowski says, Barrage, can you take this ball from me, please? Barrage says, I will try, but lose it. Some nice ball movement, but already expecting way too much out of Barrage. James Black has not been convinced defensively, but looking pretty good going forward. I agree. That's kind of been the case all preseason. They not convinced defensively, and they've looked decent going forward. James Black also says he likes the look of Madron. Mihailovic looking impressive so far, too. Definitely the makings of a decent side here based on just this 40 minutes that we've seen. Now 46. Jiggly wants Collier on for Georgie in the second half. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Georgie has been bad today. Attack keeps breaking down with him. So I'm seeing a few different things. Some people are liking Georgie. Georgie has been much more active and available in attack than Madron so far. He needs to sharpen up. I'm glad to see him involved. That's from Nick Fedora, the old Fuego Fire cast. I like Mihailovic out on the left in the setup, looking natural out there, combining well and delivering dangerous balls. So it's a tale of two Twitters. You got people saying that they love Mihailovic. You got people saying that they want Mihailovic out because the attack's dying with him. I kind of disagree. Mihailovic almost had a goal, and I think that almost goal has been a result of his quality play so far. Really, it's him or Madron, and one of those two has to produce somehow. We got a chance here. Brandt Bronico could have had the first goal of the season. Should have had the first goal of the season. What a nice nifty cutback. Had cut it open. Brandt in practice has those. Nifty play. What a great cutback. Oh, you just got to toss that on net there, Brandt. Anywhere on net. Just put that on net. Is not able to. So I'm really confused here with people saying Georgie's been bad and Georgie's been bad and Georgie's been good and Georgie's been good and Georgie's been bad and Georgie's been bad and Georgie's been. Most interesting is Herber's role, shuttling back past, but Herber's hasn't really made much of an impact on this game in that role. Really hasn't. Have not seen enough of Herber's. I've seen Madron, plenty of Madron on the ball, plenty of Mihailovic on the ball, plenty of Barrage on the ball, plenty of Bronico on the ball, plenty of Bornstein on the ball, plenty of Calvo on the ball. Not too much Pineda on the ball, not too much Kappelhoff on the ball, and not too much Herbers on the ball. At least this is what I'm talking and what I've seen so far. Well, we're just talking to the announcer about what he's seen so far. I wonder what he's saying. I'm curious.
Is a draw good enough against the defending champions, or will you ask your team to be more aggressive in terms of wins here on the road? I mean, every team goes out and wants to win games, but obviously you have to be careful. You don't need to go out front with 8 people, so it's always a matter of having a good balance. Thank you. Appreciate the time.
Interesting. So, Wiki, yeah, of course he's going to want to go for the win. You got to go for the win. You always got to go for the win. You can't accept defeat or a tie in the first game of the season. It's just like, no, you go for the freaking win, especially when you're knocking on the door like this. And I think you got the majority of possession. You got the majority of chances. Fire looked like the better team overall, in my opinion. Seattle definitely don't look bad. Definitely not looking bad. Let's see. We are just kicking it along over the top. I think Morris is going to be the difference maker in the second half, especially if he's against Bronico. And I'm just waiting for a close 1-0, 2-0 loss. But the first half was very encouraging, all things considered. That's from Fire Transfers. Very happy with the first half from Chris May. Matt Brown says solid first 45 in Seattle by the Fire. Pyro was saying that the result should be 3 points against the defending champs. All-around performance shows how well the new guys can play and change the game. Adam Sousey saying that we look rusty as heck, but really happy to see us look competent. Some guys ate too many Wheaties today, says Connor. Smiley also agreeing with me, saying Chicago Fire have looked like the better team thus far. Need them to finish off these touches in the box and finally score. Ron checking in. So far, so good. Madron looks good on the ball. He looks okay. I'm not impressed, but I'm not under impressed, and he's definitely made a few good passes. Nothing, like world-changing, game-changing.
Back for halftime.
All right, grab the mic. We got another guest here or no?
I'm just taking a peek.
Sorry.
I want to see how
I'm like pseudo hosting a party, so I'm like doing double duty. So yeah, what 0-0 draw.
0-0.
I think Seattle was kind of getting hold of the possession at the end of that half.
offside.
Some offsides, but I mean both teams have opportunities. I am encouraged by what I saw the Fire do. I mean they're moving the ball, they're knocking the ball around. I think that's good, right? Those are things that we didn't see at all last year. And it's just the rust really isn't there. It's just they're just a little late in March.
You don't think the rust is there? That's rust if they're late.
Well, that's mental rust. I mean, it looks like they got their touches in, like the ball's moving crisp, and I think it's been a good first half. They just got to shore up that back line, shore up that shape, and watch that counter and have some sustained possession. They haven't really had much sustained possession. It's just tracking back and forth. The Chicago Fire. It's still weird looking at the crest. It's still weird looking at the blue jerseys is okay.
You like it?
It's cool seeing Klopas on the bench.
Yeah, I like that.
Fires me up. I like that. I like looking at the bench and seeing the new manager, so that's exciting. Barrett, right? He hasn't had a real opportunity. I think he did have an opportunity, but he was offsides. But he looks like he might be able to be the real deal. Madron's new. I like what I see there. Any other newbies playing right now?
And the newbies?
Yeah.
Brant Broderick.
Because they're all those guys haven't arrived.
Pineda is a newbie.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him much, but he's playing like a more withholding center mid, and the way this style of play is right now, not much is going to, he's going to dig the ball out and go from there. What do we got from here?
Chronicles Tale saying, compared to 2014-2019, this team has so much more quality and confidence, which is interesting to say because you've lost Schweinsteiger, Kata, and Dax McCarty.
Well, we got the first minute. You should go back, watch the first minute. They had this combination play, and that already raised my eyebrows. Like, wow, they look different. I've never seen them do that
in years or ever with Paunovic.
And so it's game number one. You got to figure. I mean, they're still installing this stuff, but the fact that you see that, like, they can move the ball that quickly and with positive movement and direction, that's good. Again, the thing that we're harping on, which is like shape and defending set pieces. I mean, that's why you have practice. That's what that stuff takes months, to fine tune. Especially, and that gets highlighted even more when you have all this change. You have so much change on the Fire side. I mean, so you got to give the coach all the credit in the world. Your dog is just destroying this garbage bag.
Okay, yeah. Uh-oh.
This is a fun live stream. You're at my house. I'm having like people over, and your dog's back here. And
I hope the stuff didn't glitch right now. I'm seeing.
You think we're off?
Look at that.
I think we're off. It's because everyone's over using my Wi-Fi.
Probably. That's what I was worried about. But yeah, whatever.
I like the 4-4. You know what? It's funny. You don't see the 4-4-2 often anymore. Now that I'm looking at this lineup, I haven't seen him do too much.
That's what I've been saying. I've said this. I've seen Barrett on the ball.
Yep.
I've seen
Georgie's been involved.
Dude, get this.
Madron's been involved.
It's a tale of two Georgies though on CF97 hashtag. Half the people are like, "Oh, Georgie's trash. Get Georgie off." Jiggly was saying, "Bring in Collier." I'm ready to bring in Collier for Georgie. And then the other half of CF97 would say Georgie's been pretty good. Georgie's been good enough on the ball. Georgie almost scored.
Georgie's got to play.
I think Georgie's got
to play.
And some people were saying he looks like a natural on that left side.
Dude, first of all, every player knows how to play 4-4-2. It's like the most basic shape. You played as a youth kid. And trust me, if you could play center mid, you could play outside mid. I mean, Georgie's not going to be a Frankowski winger speedster,
right?
But
yeah,
I mean, there's different styles.
I think that's what people are more
mid.
expecting, but some people were saying that the attack's been dying with Georgie. I haven't been seeing that. Also this, Madron, making the passes he needs to make. I still need more. I want to see more out of Madron, but he is making some of the passes that I need him to make.
Yeah. I think Madron has had a solid start. I think George has had a solid start. I wouldn't harp on him. People get so mad when they see people players playing out of position, but it's really not that big of a deal. Like Georgie can play outside mid. Why can't he? He's like I said earlier, he's not going to be a speedster, but he can be a more possession style outside mid. Hold the ball. He can help us on counters. He does have some techers. I mean, he can dribble. He doesn't fit the normal role of an outside mid, but he can get it done.
Well, look at Nasri. Nasri was never that type of guy, but he can play outside mid. And there's those center mid, outside mid that if they have enough in their locker, good passing skills, smart passing skills, they can get away with a few things that other people can't. Georgie has those passing skills.
Georgie just needs confidence. He just needs to play. He needs minutes. He needs to know that his team has his back, and he's not going to be subbed in and out and yo-yoed, every game.
Just like under Paunovic.
I understand his frustrations. I mean, I'm getting, he has been called up to the national team, and the Fire have been, low on the standings, and he can't get on the team sheet. It's just shocking.
It's very true. In addition, Bornstein doing a decent job at left back. Bronico had a good chance, almost could have scored, puts it over though.
Mm-hmm.
Calvo doing a decent job at center back. Kappelhoff looked like he got injured there.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did he come back?
He's still back out there. I think Pineda's been doing all right. He's been more visible than to me. The people who have been a bit invisible have been a bit Herbers. Really hasn't been doing much in that center forward.
It's fine that Pineda's invisible. He's just supposed to dig the ball.
He's been stuffing out attacks though.
Dig the balls out and works hard positions, and he's more of a defensive-minded midfielder. But yeah, you're right. You've seen Madron, Frankowski touch the ball.
Yeah.
Georgie has been touching the ball.
Yeah. Barrich too.
Barrich has been touching the ball. It's really just Herbers.
Herbers hasn't been involved so much.
No, he hasn't been involved very much. Really impressed by the first half. Barrich is looking like a good setting so far. Yeah, I agree. And you like to think that he's only going to get better.
I don't know if he's DP quality yet. He's got to prove he's DP quality and get it. But has he gotten a chance? Just that offsides one, right?
Offside, yeah. But it's still 45 minutes of soccer,
right? Of the first game of the season,
it's hard to draw conclusions, and obviously in a couple of weeks we can change our opinion because this is 45 minutes. But 45 minutes in, I see positive signs.
I see positive signs. I see better signs of indication of cohesion and offensive plan than I have ever saw under the 4 years under Paunovic.
Well, yeah, we've said this so many times last year. Watching them, in years before, it's just like it reminds me of basketball. Like, give the ball to LeBron James. It's me ball.
Give the ball to Katai. Yeah.
Here you're seeing combination plays. The ball's getting wide. They're whipping it in.
I got to run to the bathroom here if you don't mind.
That has been probably the biggest success. They haven't been able to, really get in the middle. They haven't really been able to create through the middle. Everything's been coming out wide, and that's fine. That's usually what happens when you play with a 4-4-2. But you'd like to see them start, dissecting that middle. We have a forward check 2, play a 1-2 combination spin off, just bury it up because everything's coming from the outsides. But again, that's not really a bad thing at all. The team I run, that's one thing that I want to see is balls whipping in from outside. Bringing something very different than Nico. Oh, yeah. I was a big Nico supporter. I liked him, but all he really could do was score goals, and that's a weird thing to say because that's what you want forwards to do. But the modern-day striker has changed. A modern-day striker has so much more responsibilities than just scoring goals. Obviously scoring goals is 1A. It's the most important thing. But you want, a striker to do more than score goals. And that was the problem with having Katai as well. When you have Nico and Katai out there, they're not really going to help much defensively. And, going forward, the way their styles, like you said, Nico isn't going to help too much in hold of play. Katai is going to do a lot of stuff one-on-one. And that's just not an overall team game. That's just not a team scheme. It's just individual players doing some things. Let's see what we got. Yep. Again, I agree with Barrich. Barrich's size and speed looks good. We can draw fouls and headers. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have a 6 foot tall guy. I mean, that goes into what I've been saying with all these crosses. I mean, he's going to be an aerial threat there. So that's the game plan. They're whipping these balls in, and you should still keep that coming. But yeah, that's as far as I've really seen. That is the game plan so far. Counter and get the ball wide. That's kind of the game plan. Is the game back on, James? I don't.
No, not yet.
Yeah. But people again, it seems like they're agreeing on Barrich's team. So you're getting it early, but this guy should be able to score some goals.
Yeah, he looks the part.
And again, it's not like Nico didn't work hard. He worked hard. He just didn't really work smart. And so that's something you need to see from a striker.
Well, the other thing is that Kvanovic's tactics did not work with what Nikolic was best at, being that Chicharito type of poacher.
That's literally what I just said. He doesn't really offer you much, and the modern day striker has more demands. I mean, you don't really see like the Olivier Girouds, Karim Benzema types. I mean, look what they are now. Marcus Rashford, Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland's 6'4" and fast.
But he's fast. He's moved. He can do more than just score. That's
You're
what I'm
right. You're right. Yeah. Oh, you're right. He can do more than just be tall and score.
Yeah.
Or score.
Yeah.
Which is what Chicharito did not score in his debut. He only had a ho-hum of a game.
Yeah. Again, it's one game. It's one game. He'll be fine. I mean, I don't know if he's going to light it up, but he'll be fine.
The Fire actually, I mean, a lot of positives to be taken out of this match when they're short 2 of their DPs. Aliseda and Gaston Jimenez not here.
Yep.
And really, who are they going to be replacing when they come into this lineup?
Brant, Bronico.
Sekulic would be replacing Brant Bronico.
And then I like what I see from Madron. Maybe Pineda goes in as a center back.
Maybe Pineda drops out for Gaston.
Yeah.
And then Herbers drops out for Aliseda.
They seem committed to a 4-back system. So, I mean, I wouldn't see them switching to 3. It's a 4-4-2 or some sort of 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, it's good.
Could switch to.
That's a very good point. It's been mostly a 4-back system that we've seen.
I mean, again, Herbers really doesn't have to start in my eyes.
Oh, we got a moderator. What up, Mod?
Jake. But yeah, I mean, Herbers, you can imagine maybe Gaston slides in. But you really don't need Gaston and Pineda there. That's like and like. That's something that we've had.
Yeah, they're like and like. Right. That's Jackson trying to.
And all those guys.
Good point. Did you read that already from Ron?
Yes, I read all of that.
Hi, Luigi. Luigi's a Lazio fan, and he was talking about Lazio and how they kind of came out of nowhere.
Sorry, like I said, I'm hosting.
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Always great to have your analysis. What's up, brother? What's up, Jack? Everybody, thanks for joining us along on the Spitting Fire Soccer channel, Spitting Fire YT. We always support all the other podcasts over here. We always try and bring out like other media, Chicago Fire Media, pundits, ex-players and stuff. Check out all of our past work. We've got some awesome stuff out there. I highly suggest checking out the Piotr Nowak. He won the MLS as a coach and as a player. We did like 4.5 hours with this guy, and it was just immense. He's going to come on the show hopefully again in the future. We've been talking. So we'll have him on again here too sometime soon. That'll be great. But Piotr Nowak, what an awesome resource. That was like a coaching course, player course. Like you were getting like UEFA licensed coaching lessons in that podcast. It was kind of really awesome. We learned a lot. Let's see what else is going on here. We're waiting for this game to turn back on, and it's just started. We're entering into the 45th minute here, boys and girls. The score is 0-0. Everybody, thank you for joining us here on Spitting Fire YT. Smash that like button, like and subscribe for more Spitting Fire. We always greatly appreciate the support. And let's see how this first half starts out. Fire taking the ball back right away, and Seattle Sounders looking for a handball call. Not going to get it. We'll see what's going on. We're on Twitter too, at FireEngine97 and at JGry, Gry, the Fire Guy. I think it's FYRE. Are we going to have a goal? Let's go! And who is it? It's Barrich. Barrich Dundarian. Game of goals. Let's see. Nice little cross. And guess who nestles it down for Barrich? One, Georgi Mihailovic. Nice little chest touch. Sets up Barrett with a beautiful shot. Nice cross coming from the back line. Was that Kappelhoff or was that Calvo with the cross, with the deep cross to set that whole thing up? Georgie's going to get an assist there. What a goal. Barrett. We were talking about, is he going to do it? He's going to do it. DP announcement. He's outscoring Chicharito right now. Game on, boys and girls. Chicago Fire are leading 1-0. They get a goal within the first 2 minutes here to start this first half. Well deserved. Well deserved. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's go. Keep it up, Fire. Now this is where we can't have that lounge, that loaf, that lack of pressure. You got to capitalize on this. Heck yes. What a nice goal. So I don't know how it broke down, but somehow one of the center backs just released a nice cross towards the set. They were in the center of the pitch already. Seattle's knocking on the door. Very dangerous. But launches a pass really far forward. Georgie chests it down into the path of Barrett Standarian, who just swords it into the back of the net, just boots it. Real nice lightning kick. Seattle on the ball right now, trying to regain some composure. Scores 1-2-0. Wow, what an awesome goal. Just so well deserved. Wiki's got to be pumped about that. Seeing that, and Georgie gets the assist, make a name. Where are those people who are calling for Georgie? Where are those people? Where? Georgie. They all flow down to Georgie. No, let's do that. Going on here at the game. Everybody, always thank you for joining us and supporting us here at Spinning Fire YT. Always appreciate the support. Subscribe for more Spinning Fire. Let's get those subs up, man. That'd be great. We're so close to. We've been flying up from 200. It's almost getting up to we're at 250 right now. Brandon Hoff checking in. Seattle brings on Morris, and Barrett scores. Can't script it up any better. No, you cannot. That was awesome. Let's keep it up, boys and girls. Seattle on the ball. Ever since that goal, it's been mostly Seattle on the ball. Ronette saying yes. Jack saying yes. Goal. See what's going on here. Spreads the ball out. Well, it's been about 3 minutes of a Seattle attack here of Chicago trying to hold back on. But, Seattle's pressure has been really not dangerous. They're mostly back in their own zone, in their own half of the field. They just pushed it over. Jovan Jones getting fouled by Frankowski. Jovan Jones like, what up? What is that? What is that? Is that legal? Apparently it is. Apparently it's also illegal in MLS for a goalkeeper to handball the ball at half, despite being like the last defender. I don't know if you guys saw that crazy thing. I think it was Willis handballed this ball at center after giving up a ball, giving the ball away somehow, and the other team was about to score. He handballs it, only gets a yellow card instead of a red card, despite it seemingly like being a goal scoring chance. Intercepted by Seattle. Took the ball back from the Chicago Fire. Oh, I think I hear Puppy. Seattle's trying. Knocking on the door. Oh, thanks for a shout out. SOTB Chicago. Step off the block. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, guys. All you guys watching live with us right now. Somebody is down on the ground. Is it Brant Bronico? hurt himself there on his arm. So we might have a handball situation here, boys and girls. Might have a handball situation. Raul Ruidiaz is calling for it. This could be dangerous. This could be not good. He's a goal scorer. Raul Ruidiaz, very good goal scorer. Brant, what did you do here? Let's see. Nice. I try to put it on. I can't say. Where else is Brant's hand supposed to go? He didn't put his hand to block. His hand was to make sure he didn't die. He threw his hand down towards the ground. Frankowski picking up a little knock. A little angry, walking to the side. No penalty kick given, thank goodness. Wasn't deserved, in my opinion. Calvo holds it. And they finally break free. Let's see what's going to happen here. Go Fire trying a nice little counterattack. Lose the ball ever too quickly. Seattle has the ball back. And that ball sure is a popular thing in these soccer matches. Jovan Jones using a little pace. What a side tackle, Calvo. That is one of those reasons where I'm like, yes, that was awesome, Calvo. What an awesome little stop. Just to that little last ditch effort, just to do enough to get on top of that ball to stop it from getting where to its intended destination. Barrett Dundarian comes up with the ball. All right. Captain Calvo, looking for help, holds it. Playing a little with Bornstein here, it looks like. No, it's not Bornstein, that's Pineda. Puts the ball back. Really, really, really bad giveaway by Kronholm to set up a potential goal-scoring opportunity for Seattle. And the Fire are... Kronholm, calm down. Kronholm is telling everybody calm down. He literally, his play just set up the goal chance here, the goal creation chance, and he tells everybody else to calm down. Maybe he's talking to himself here because, gosh dang, that was abysmal. Kronholm, you almost gave the ghost there. Calvo looks a little injured here on the ground. What happened to Calvo? Let's see what happens. For a kick. Oh, no. Oh, ouch. Madron accidentally steps on Calvo as they're running. Calvo's ankle drags across the ground with all the stress of Madron's leg or foot on the back of his calf, dragging his ankle and foot across the ground. Calvo's running, though. He's moving, and he's back in. Calvo's a beast. But yeah, that could have been a lot worse. It did not look nice. It looked like it hurt a little for sure. But Captain Calvo back in. Expects a lot of himself. Very short center back pair for the Chicago Fire. 5'11", between him, Calvo and Kapelhoff, both under 6 foot. Probably one of the shorter center back pairs in the league. Probably the shortest. Probably the shortest on average, shortest mean, and shortest mode. Seattle pressuring the ball. We're entering into the 56th minute. Is that Jordan Morris? Oh, God. And we're going to have what we like to say here, a tie game. I don't know if we like to say that. But it's a tie game. Seattle have scored a goal. Jordan Morris just has pace. Was he offside? No. Fire defense a little lackadaisical and the center back's positioning was off, and Calvo gets beat to the front post when it maybe should have been Kappelhoff there. Like, that's a little confusion. That's Kappelhoff's guy, but Calvo's the one who's guarding him, and Kappelhoff's caught in no man's land. So that is one defensive mistake, and the game is now 1-1. The new logo doesn't stick out to me. Boring compared to the old one. And in addition, I agree with you, Jack. In addition to that, it's hard to locate. Just looking for this, looking for this match on ESPN Plus or on ESPN or anywhere. Like you're just so used to looking for that Chicago Fire Floriette, the flower symbol, and I fly by this new Chicago symbol just so fast. It's just not noticeable. It's not really that good. It's not eye popping. It's not eye catching. Hello.
James?
Yep.
What are you doing there?
Podcasting.
What?
Podcasting. Watching the Fire game.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
All right, I'll catch you a little bit here. It's about 40 minutes, less than 40 minutes left. But yeah, I agree with Jack. New logo does not stick out. In fact, it makes it a little harder to find. I scrolled right past the Fire game, and I'm looking for the Fire symbol, and I know what the new logo looks like. It just doesn't. It's not eye popping. You flow right past it, which is, of course, maybe that was the plan of LA and New York when they designed to make this very ignorable crest. I don't know. Can't be showing that. Illegal. I mean, maybe what I'm doing already is, I don't know. Should be able to talk about the game, live stream, talk about it. Not necessarily commenting on it. Oh, he was offside. He was offside. They called the goal back. The score is now 1-0. VAR works in MLS. It may not work in other leagues. It may not work in Champions League, EPL, La Liga. But wow, VAR works in MLS. He looked offside to me when I called it already when I saw it. Like, I thought he was offside. And luckily they're not, taking it off on their gut feeling there. They checked that, and they have taken the goal back. It was 1-0 entering into here to the 59th minute. Jordan Morris, though, trying to amend that, and they almost do. Wow. They almost just tied it up again. Seattle is knocking on the door right now. Ever since they put Jordan Morris, Brant Bronico's having a bit of a day. Brant does not. Oh my God! Oh, Brant, you got wasted. Brant got wasted by Jordan Morris there. Brant, you either have to A, change the way you're going to play Jordan Morris, or B, we got to get somebody out there who can remove Frankowski there. Because right now, Brant got undone by Jordan Morris. Hello?
Where's Tom?
Not here. I'm podcasting. Not here. Fired. Putting some pressure on. 1-0. Everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. I don't know if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about or anything you see in the game too. Always feel free to add your comments, your questions. If you see something that I'm not seeing, toss it in there. Heck yeah. Fire putting on the pressure. Try and put the ball into the middle. It is a bit wasteful though, and the ball is given away rather quickly. Fire recover it. Let's see what happens here. That was a foul. No, it wasn't. Makes sense. Really, he didn't even have the ball. Sounders have the ball now. It is now entering into the 61st minute. Everybody, thanks for joining us on this watch along. Watched Chicago Fire's opening match. Been fun. Ooh. There's some background Fortnite. Hear that going off. Puppy? Puppy's good. Oh, God. Is this a tie game? Okay, now it's a tie game. Now the tie game is real. Seattle has scored with a very nifty goal. Jordan Morris this time. Let's find out what happened. Because I turned my eyes away momentarily. Bornstein gets flicked over. Pineda provides some defense. Bronico loses Jordan Morris in the most crucial of spots where you cannot lose Jordan Morris, Brant. Brant, you can't lose Jordan there. No. Oh my goodness. It's 1-0. I'm sorry, it's 1-1 now. Tie game, 1-1. Seattle have definitely scored. That one's not getting called back at all. Game on, 63rd minute. Jordan Morris opens up his bank account with his first of the season. And right now, the game looks like it's the Sounders game. See, Chicago Fire have lost some of their energy. They've lost a lot of their energy. Wow. And the defense is bad. Kapilov comes with a big stop right there. That's what we need to see more of Kapilov. If you can make that a regular occurrence for this season, unlike last season, that will be huge. But right now, this is where the game is unlocked at 1-1. The gamers are going. So we're going to really see who has the gamers, the majority of the gamers right now. Of course, Chicago Fire are short 2 of their starting DPs. I don't know how short Seattle is. They played a CONCACAF Champions League game a few days ago and lost. Of course, they won the league last year. They were the champions. So a win here or any kind of result against the defending champions is really quite a positive thing. You'll take a tie, a point against these guys. You add away, you absolutely will take. But for that first 50 minutes, that's not what I want to see. I want to see a win taken away from that first 50 minutes. But after that first 50 minutes, giant fall off. Ever since that giant fall off, past the 50th minute or now into the 63rd minute, so the last 13 minutes have been all Seattle. All Seattle's noise. Chicago Fire's offense has not been creative as much, but we are having a chance here. Is that a foul? Dude, I want more. Okay, I love Pineda taking these long shots, even though he was not going to score that one, but I am loving these Pineda long shots. That is what an awesome little thing to have back there if you could toss him in. That's a reserve. That's a reserve I want to depend on, and we're depending on him right now in game 1, which is not necessarily a bad thing. The bench for Chicago Fire, guys. I don't know if you guys see that bench there that I have pulled up. That's not a very good-looking bench. Missing a couple key bench guys. I mean, Collier's a great bench guy down there. But I want CJ Sapong on that bench. He's injured right now. I want Madron or Mihailovic on that bench. Herber's on that bench. That's fantastic. That's much better. Brant Bronico on that bench. Fantastic. Or Kapilov on that bench. That makes that bench so much better. We're depending on a couple Oh, wow. These guys are hurt. We have 2 really hurt players, one on the Fire and one on Seattle. They're going to have to throw the ball out of bounds because both of them are crying for their mommies right now. They look painful. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. It looked painful. Let's see what happens here. Did they crack skulls? Cracked feet. Knee on knee. Was that knee on knee action? Oh, knee on knee action is never good. Oh, that always hurts. Oh, man. Was it Roldan? Christian Roldan? Or his brother? Somebody else. Both players are still down. Both players are in pain still. Who's on the ground here? Is that Herbers? So Herbers is on the ground for the Fire. I think that's Jovan Jones. Calvo's yelling for some reason. Cronholm grab the front of his jersey, try and calm him down. What do you guys think of those numbers? You can see those numbers for the Chicago Fire, the weird swirl. Herbers is standing. Okay, both players are standing. Both players look really shaken up. We're seeing a sub. Yes, we are. It looks like Elliot Collier suiting up. Elliot Collier, New Zealander, just recently got his green card today or yesterday, one of the two. Which means that he does not count as an international slot, which is very valuable in MLS. I think you only get about 7 per team. You could trade for more, get about 8, 9, 10, but it's going to cost money. It's going to cost trade assets, what have you. Delph, Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph would be a heck of a pickup in freaking MLS. Be a destroyer. Elliot Collier, looking around. Frank, Wiki, saying, get the heck on, man. Get on. What are you holding on for? Go. Go now. Get to the chopper. Granholm grabs his hip, holds it because the sub's coming on. I misspoke. There's no sub. Frankowski's got mad pace. Kicks the ball towards the center. Goalkeeper picks it up, and Seattle's taking the ball the other way. Entering in here to the 69th minute. Fire and Seattle locked into a 1-1 draw. Everybody in the live chat and watching live right now, thank you for joining us here at Spinning Fire YT. Appreciate it. Greatly would appreciate if you hit that like button. Greatly appreciate it if you hit that. Even more so, hit that subscribe button. As we support the Chicago Fire here. Do what we can. Seattle spreading the ball out, putting a little pressure on, and we are having an offensive chance here for the Seattle Sounders. But luckily, Chicago Fire are able to capitalize and fix up their mistakes. Patrick McCraney's halftime is set. Oh, let's check out Patrick's analysis. Look what he's been doing over at Hot Time. Patrick McCraney. Look at our owner. Chilling with Joe Mansueto, chilling with Alyssa Shark-Pellet, and a couple other people. Soccer looked good. Soccer looks good, and so do the GIFs. Fire are putting on a pressure. Cross. Barrich is pushed out by the goalie. The goalkeeper is able to get there. But this was Patrick McCraney's halftime report. They look good, especially the Madron, Johnny B, Georgie triangles. Yes, on that left side. I like that. If Barrich and Georgie were inside, we'd be planning for a parade. We're inside, we'd be planning a parade right now. If Barrich and Georgia were onside, if they were onside, not inside, but onside. Okay, Collier's coming on for, I did not see the number. We'll find out soon. Is it Georgie? Georgie walks off for Collier. Wiki gives him a good hug, some love, says, great job, Georgie. Brant throws it in. It's now the 71st minute, and the ball is promptly given away by Herbers to the Seattle Sounders. Fire have recovered, and Barrett is on the ball. I got to announce the game. I don't know how legal that is. I can certainly comment about it and analyze, but I don't want to be getting into some trouble here and putting my channel in jeopardy. All right. But of course, the Fire spread the ball out. Frankowski holds on to it. It's going to try and send a ball in. A little lazy there, maybe, from Frankowski. But did he just take a knock? Did he just get knocked to the ground? Fire trying to play through the center of the park at the moment. I want to see something out of Madran. Madran, Bornstein, Mihailovic was certainly a nice little play. Okay. Pineda gets to Bornstein. Bornstein, what a great pickup. That is just, I love the Bornstein pickup. Fire trying to make something happen here. Looking for some help. Looks like they gave it away. Somebody's on the ground for Seattle. Oh, God. Seattle have a breakaway. Oh. Okay. Whatever I just saw, probably good. That's a top 5 defensive highlight. Seattle Sounders should have by all accounts, scored a goal here. Jordan Morris with a nice flick on to the opposite side, who's able to run on, sets up his other Ruidiaz. Ruidiaz is not able to get it on net due to the marauding Kappelhoff, who just with the second and third and fourth effort is able to get where he needs to be to force this ball and the shot out wide. Incredible work. Really lucky. Probably should be 2-1 for Seattle by all accounts. It probably should be 3-1. There was an awesome save earlier. That should have been a goal. Awesome Cronholm save. That should have been a goal too. It should be 3-1. And maybe if the Fire had scored one of those goals that they should have scored, maybe it was 3-2. Which is crazy that the score should be 3-2 when the Fire have been the better team, the majority. It's just the quality of the chances. It's a little different. Fire just got to the front door. Just missed one. Seattle holding on right now, trying to keep the Fire from scoring. Brandt. I love Brandt on that right flank because he is offensive minded. Defensively, he is a bit of a liability. We cannot hide that fact. Offensively, he's quite good. In fact, he should have a goal today. I mean, if he was able to put his foot around that shot earlier that he faked the defender out of his pants, he should have a goal by all accounts. In practice, he's usually money bags. But of course, it's not just all about practice. It's about more than that. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, by the way. Always appreciate it. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more Spinning Fire. Follow us on Twitter. As we do this little watch-along. Starting to do this a few more times. Just watching the first game. Give you guys somebody to talk soccer with. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts or comments right now. As we're watching, what you guys are seeing. What you guys like. What you guys dislike. What you guys think of Wiki. What you guys think of Collier coming in from Mihailovic. Some people on Twitter would not like Mihailovic's performance. He also already has an assist on the season to Beric, who's opened his account. Pineda's got some cheeky passes, doing just enough. Frankowski. Okay, Frankie Shemek. If you're trying to get to Europe, you can't be making that kind of pass. You can't be making that kind of pass. Oh, what happened to this game? Can we read into the game, please? Or what? And Jordan Morris, Calvo. Calvo's pissed for some reason. One, 76th minute. Not much time left. Chicago Fire's game to lose. Same with Seattle Sounders. Both teams game to lose right now. The tie? You got to be satisfied with the tie going away to Seattle when they really have 12 men on the field. Count the crowd at CenturyLink. Very big stadium. Very loud crowd. Seattle, hold on the ball. Ooh. Gorgeous. Cronholm. Let's start giving some assessments here. Cronholm. Been decent. Had a good crucial save. Been where he's needed to be. Hasn't not been where he's needed to be. Was that goal on him? No. Bornstein. Really like what he's been adding to the team here on that left flank. Calvo. Mostly positives. Kappelhoff. Middles and mostly positives. Him and Calvo, the goal got to be on one of them. Some sort of breakdown there. Bronico, I need a little bit better. Give him like maybe a 6, whereas I'd give all those other guys maybe 6.5s. Let's go up to Pineda. I think Pineda's pitched a 7. He's just been very solid, done everything he's been supposed to do, and I haven't seen too many mistakes from Pineda, which has been great. Really surprising. Madron, I got to give him 6.5, 7, just enough. He's made some good passes, but I need to see more. Georgie, another 7. Good enough. Need to see more. Frankowski, maybe 7.2. Seen quite a bit out of him. He's making stuff happen, but still need more. Barrett, 7.2, 7.5. He's got a goal. He's got what you ask of a striker. Get that goal and be that constant threat to score. And he definitely is that. Who'd you rather have right now? Would you rather have Raul Ruidiaz or Barrett? And keep in mind that Jordan Morris has the goal for Seattle Sounders in the first game of the season. And Barrett has the goal for Chicago Fire. At this moment, you might want Barrett. I think they're both DPs. Barrett is, of course, the cheaper of the two, I believe. Seattle's knocking on the door. A little sloppy defensive play by the Fire, but they did enough to get it out. But they also did not do enough to retain the ball. And it's going to be a corner. Wiki, Klopas, other assistant coach, all coming up with some. Dude, I like that brain trust right there. The Wiki, Klopas, and the other assistant coach. I forget his name right now, but I like that brain trust. And it looks like they're all kind of like having a say, which I really like. Like Wiki saying this, Klopas saying that, and the other guy saying that, or this, that. And I really like that they're had seemingly some good communication. Sorry, I hear jokes outside. Yellow card. What, to Seattle? Azira is going to be coming in for Fabian Herbers. I think that this should have happened sooner. Unless, the other thing about Fabian Herbers, maybe the job that he was doing, that's the thing about soccer. Sometimes you might not get the credit you deserve for the job that you've been doing. The little things count so much in soccer. For instance, maybe Herbers was unlocking things so that Georgie could go up the left side of the pitch, so Frankowski could go up the right side of the pitch. He's drawing an interest. He's attracting the center back so that they lose track of Barrett. Just doing those little things to help the team that's maybe, don't show up on the score sheet or even on the eye test, on the initial eye test, that is. Ooh, puppy. Hi, Bush. Hi. Puppy alert. How you doing? Are you good? Have you been having so much fun? Collier has a chance! And the fire blowing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Elliot. Dude, you were preseason MVP. You had a chance to start making an MVP name in MLS if you scored that. I mean, not really, because he needs a lot more games than that. Of that success, that consistency, but still, get on that score sheet. Wow, that could have changed the game. So Elliot Collier comes on, hopefully trying to change the game for the Chicago Fire here. Oh, I see Puppy in the background. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Oh, yeah? Are you having so much fun? Are you watching the soccer game? She's not. She's playing with all the dogs. A whole bunch of dogs here at my brother's house right now. A nice little Sunday fun day. And we're going to have another corner here. Elliot Collier gets a head on it. Is that Collier? That's number 20. I don't know who the heck that was. All right, Madron with another corner. And it's not enough. Madron takes over. Nice little dummy by Zira. But Madron, come on, man. If you're going to be kicking that kind of ball, go to the freaking Bears who need a kicker. Don't be pulling that stuff on the Chicago Fire where you got to score goals. It's not a field goal. Fire lost the ball. Back to Seattle. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game here, folks. Anybody's game. It is 1-2-1. You doing good back there? Yeah? You're so cute. You got a cute puppy. I mean, a little older than a puppy now, but I don't know. When would you say puppyship ends? Probably after a year, so definitely not a puppy. But you're just under a year and a half. There's still some puppyish attitudes. Dogs or cats, boys and girls? Which one do you prefer? And also for dogs and cats, boys or girls? I heard an interesting thing when I was reading a book saying, dogs, boys and girls usually kind of the same for the most part. You're gonna, but some dog owners or some dog people say that, if you want a good dog, you get yourself a boy. You want a great dog, you get yourself a girl and pray. And I guess the thought process behind that is that a great dog, might be that girl dog, and not every girl dog is necessarily the great dog. They're all good. This is an interesting little thing I read. And sometimes, the dog chooses you. I mean, when we originally were going to get a dog, we were like, oh, we're going to get a boy dog. And then we fell in love with Minnie. Are you giving him a card? The ref is shouting at the Seattle player. Hey, you look at me. You look at me. João Paulo is like, no, I speak Portuguese. I do not look at you. I vaya con Dios. They don't speak Spanish. I speak Portuguese. Fire and Seattle both kind of wasting time here. Both just trying to get a point. Madron on the ground, getting a little apple juice or some sort of energy supplement. Maybe a little fruit by the foot. Or apple sauce type packet. Is there something wrong with the live chat? Hope everything's good. No, live chat's good. You guys have been quiet. We got people watching, just being quiet. I don't know. Do you guys have any assessments? Any thoughts you want to bring to the table? Fire have the ball, but then just kick it out. Shaun White won't compete in skateboarding. No, he's a good skateboarder. But dude, Shaun White should be hopefully the next Norway. Collier looking for Barrich. Just miss each other. Barrich says, good idea. I was never going to run for it, but good idea. Guys, I'm showing you guys way too much here, probably. But probably not. Umar, watching you live from Alatsi in Ghana Central. What up, Ghana? What is going on, Ghana? That's awesome. We're in Africa right now. That is very, very cool. We're watching here the Fire right now. It's the 88th minute, 1-1. Anybody's game right now. Chicago Fire just had a chance to unlock the match, maybe get the lead. Seattle did just enough to upset them. Right now, Seattle has the corner kick, launching it. Ooh. And the Fire managed to clear it out of bounds, or clear it out away. Game is wide open right now at this moment. 1-1. Oh! Very scary chance here for Seattle. Fire just got enough on it. That can't be a foul. Sometimes you just see some nasty things happen in soccer, but they're not fouls. Like sometimes you just see just a nasty foul or a nasty hit. And the crazy thing is it's not a foul sometimes. But that's also what makes the sport so great. Seattle really knocking on the door. Fire having to do something. Too lackadaisical. Sounders in the zone. Deep in the Fire zone. Fire are starting to sweat. It's the 88th minute. Not much time here left, folks. Africa is pretty darn awesome. We're out here in Chicago. Chicago to Africa. The power of technology is kind of insane when you really, really think about it. The ability to connect people. I mean, I'm just some regular guy from Chicago, and internet has just really empowered me to talk with some awesome, cool people in the soccer world. Really quite impressive. I love talking about it. Because to me, it's just it's such a cool thing, such a cool concept. How incredible. But also, it's good to be appreciative. Good to have gratitude. Barrich getting fouled. Come on, ref. Get him out. I thought Roldan already has a card. Get him out. That's a second yellow, guys. That should be a second yellow, what I just saw. Wasn't an egregious foul, but the type of the foul, the placement of the foul, the timing of the foul, that's a second yellow. That's a yellow card normally. The only reason he did not give it to him is because it's definitely not worth a red card. He knew, the ref knew, if I give him a yellow card right now, it's kind of like me saying, oh, that's a red card. Refs really don't try to upset the balance of the game. They don't want to. You can force their hand out of either pocket, out of either pocket. That's for sure. We're gonna have a lot of extra time here, folks. 5th minute, 6 minutes of extra time. We're entering into the 91st minute. The game is tied 1-1 here in Seattle at CenturyLink Field. Chicago Fire 1, Seattle 1. The goal scorers are Robert Barrich for the Chicago Fire and the new DP signing for the Chicago Fire, as well as Jordan Morris, U.S. men's national team player for Seattle. Umar asking, love watching MLS. I support LAFC. Latif Blessing is from Ghana. Latif is a beast, too. Play FIFA, and always a nice guy that you could pick up from LAFC is Latif Blessing. You could get him. Got some nice potential, too. Thoughts on the defense today? The defense has been good enough. Very short. I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. The Chicago Fire probably have the shortest center back pairing in the MLS. Both are 5'11". I don't think that it's the final product's not there yet. They need more. Sekulic hopefully could drop into either this right center back position or to the right back position, help solidify that back line. The only two people I have circled in as for sure starters and as a goal for Seattle. The Seattle just won the game. The only two people on the Chicago Fire back line that I've penciled in for sure is Jonathan Bornstein at left back and Francisco Calvo, Captain Calvo at left center back. Right center back could be up for grabs, and right back could be up for grabs. Jordan Morris, did you just get a second goal against the Chicago Fire? Is that what just happened there from that corner kick in the 93rd minute, 92nd minute? Corner, he's onside. I don't know. Collier. Who's Collier? Elliott, the back post. Elliott, you got like 5 inches on Jordan. Oh my God, pitiful. They just lost the game. Chicago Fire had a point in hand, and they just lost this game. Not a good sign. I must admit, they're undermanned. They're lacking 2 DPs today. Aliseda, this left winger, and Gaston Jimenez, a center defensive mid. But dang, that was not good. So, Chad, I don't know if you guys agreed with my thoughts on defense. I only like 2 out of the 4 defenders we have that I think that we could pencil in long term. Was not good enough in general. Was good enough to win this game. That was a set-piece breakdown. And these set-piece breakdowns are what we're seeing. That led to the second goal. The first goal was open play on the defense. I don't know if you guys think what you guys think about the defense, but for me, Bornstein and Calvo are the only 2 starters there. You got to get Sekulic in and maybe another center back. I don't know if that guy from Minnesota could come in and do a job better than Kappelhoff just because he's taller, but I hope so. And the other thing about having such a short center back pairing that you would think would be beneficial is that they'd have some pace. They'd have some speed to themselves. They're getting wasted by some of these guys. But, of course, when you're going against Jordan Morris, who's lightning quick, I mean, it is hard to score. It is hard to defend, admittedly. Chicago Fire knocking on the door right now, trying to retie this game up, but is so far futile. Only about a minute and a half left in the game. Chad saying, yeah, man, I agree with what you said. We need the full team, and we need to be better. More additions are needed, but the additions that are coming will be helpful. But past that, I still think we're short 1 center back. We're short a starting center back on this team, and it really stinks because a lot of fans are Kappelhoff fans. He's been on the team a long time. He's shown the ability to do it for years and years and years. Last season, he did not show that ability, and it was starting to creep up on him. This year, I mean, if you have Calvo there already as a 5'11" center back, I'm sorry, but we have to move on from Kappelhoff. If Calvo is, in fact, the better center back of the 2 pair. Is Calvo the better center back? I think so. Is Calvo the more vocal of the 2 center backs? Yes. Is he has more leadership? Is he louder than Kappelhoff? Yes. So in all sense of the word, he's a little bit better than Kappelhoff in that sense. Does that mean you can see Kappelhoff being traded? No. Kappelhoff is somebody you want on your bench. Because if I'm relying on Olmsted, who is currently an unknown, he's an unknown commodity. That's not who I want to be relying upon. If I'm relying on Kappelhoff to be my injury sub, if Calvo or the other starting center back gets injured, that's what I want. Calvo also used to be captain of Minnesota. Interesting, too, because that really eroded underneath him. The relationship in Minnesota really eroded with the coach, with the team. They wanted him out. But it seems like he's found a second life here at the Fire. I'm liking him so far. And the game is over, boys and girls. The game is over. Minnesota was able to snatch it in the death. Snatch it at the death in the final 6 minutes of stoppage time to win 2-1 against the Chicago Fire. No, man. Jordan Morris just left unmarked by Elliot Collier. Elliot, you're going to be running laps for that, man. I got to make you run laps for that, man. That's your guy. You left him wide open, man. And the problem is I want to root for Collier. I want to root for Brant Bronico. I want to root for these guys. They're good kids. They're good, got good heart. And Collier is not usually called on to do defensive duties. But you can't lose track in the final 6 minutes on the backside of the goal. You can't, especially when you're put on the post. That's abysmal. Oh, man, not good there from Chicago Fire. Not good there from Elliot Collier. Not good there from Brant Bronico. Not good there from the defense. Wiki, decent first game. Couple good subs. Formation, he's been going with this four-man back line. You just can't lose your man like that. I agree, Chet. Not there in that, not in that last minute, especially when you're put on the post and you have one job. You have one job. There's 6, 7 other Fire guys there that are able to do the job that you're worried about them doing, but you just have the one job to do. Do it. Oh, man, that stinks. And a fan of these guys, fans of these guys. That's really unfortunate the Fire lost this game. Let's take a look at the MLS standings as it goes. MLS table. Eastern Conference. New York Red Bulls sit atop the conference. Atlanta United, Montreal Impact, and Columbus Crew. Those are the top of the Eastern Conference. Toronto with 1 point. Orlando with 1 point. Inter has not played. FC Cincinnati lost. DC United lost. Chicago Fire lost. New England lost. NYCFC lost. And Philadelphia Union lost. Wow, this is just unfortunate. Wow. So the Fire have lost here. Really a bit of a stunner because that was a game they should have won. By all accounts and purposes, the first 50 minutes, they were ahead. They had the effort. They had the chances created. They had the possession. After that 50th minute, things changed. The last 40 minutes became any man's game. Chad, this is a tough one. Thought they played shorthanded well against the champs away. So I see a big upside here. I agree. Chad, I absolutely agree. We have to understand they're short 2 DPs here. You're short at least $8 million in outlay on the starting lineup. There's $8 million missing on the starting lineup. I think like 4 or 5 for Jimenez and like 3 or so for Aliseda. So, that's a lot of money missing for a talented that's a lot of talent missing. Sorry, high-end talent, that is. Brandon Hoff, Seattle also playing pretty shorthanded, if I'm not mistaken. That's the thing. How shorthanded were they? They had Jordan Morris. They had Raul Ruidiaz. They had Christian Roldan. Aren't those normal guys? Those guys are studs. Those guys are good players. So, I mean, how short were they? They had Jovan Jones out there. I can't say how short. To me, they didn't seem as short as the Fire, who were missing, 2 big outlays of starters. Got the dog passed out. That's great. But disappointing result. Really feel like the Fire had a chance there to pull off a point. Don't know how they didn't do it. Give me 1 second here, folks, guys. I'll be back here in just a second. Jerry, can I borrow you for a minute? What are you doing? All right, boys and girls, we'll be back here in just 1 minute. We're live. Hello. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Apologize for that delay there, folks. All right, well, let's break this down, and we'll take a look at some of the stats before we shut this down. Also, super sub and Sapong. Yeah, we were short of super sub and Sapong. I agree there. Seattle was playing pretty short-handed. Before I head off, any live stream this week? Not that I know of. Check out. Certainly, there's going to be other podcasters that are out and about. I always try to retweet them out, like North Lot, Sad Boys, maybe Men in Red 97 starts their podcast. They've been thinking about stuff like that. Oh, Lodiero is out, so they were missing Lodiero. That's it. We're missing 2 DPs here. To me, that's not enough. To lose to the defending champions at their home, it's really nothing to be really very sad about. There was a lot of good to take away from this match. A lot of good. If we just stick on the positive side here, it's first match. This is the first match a lot of these guys have played together. This is the first match that they played with Beric up top. I'm saying like our first real match, not a preseason match, but putting in that type of effort with that amount of strength and conditioning on the line. So we're definitely missing some of our team. Here's Brandon. We're definitely missing more of a team than Seattle. Agree with you both. But Lodiero in for Ibarra, this easily could have been a 4-1 or 4-2 loss. That said, a very promising start under Wiki for me. I agree. I mentioned that this game was interesting because in essence, the first 50 minutes, the Fire really was the winning team. They had outproduced as far as chances go. They had outproduced Seattle that first 50 minutes. They go up 1-0 right there, the first minute of the second half. Seattle starts coming right back after them, though, right after that 50th minute. That last 40 was wide open, just a wide open game after that point. And really, I mean, that broke the game wide open again. Morris gets on the board, breaks down Bronico somewhat, and Calvo and Kappelhoff. Really, the left side. Now, this is really funny. Last year, both left side and right side of the defense were problems. They had Ellis. I don't know if you guys remember Ellis. playing right back and left back in various spots for us, and we had issues on both sides of just exposure. Bornstein this year, a little more solid on that left side. Really like it. Bronico not as solid on the right side. Going forward, he is more solid, but today he had a chance, didn't pocket it. Need him to do that. If Bronico wants to stay out there, he needs to pocket that chance. That's how he stays out there. This might mean Skulic comes in for him. Skulic could come in for Kappelhoff. I am really, really underwhelmed with that back line. Even with Gaston Jimenez and Aliseda coming in, Gaston Jimenez is going to shore up that midfield. And Aliseda is going to shore up that forward line. I am really underwhelmed with this back line. I need another top-level center back. And Kappelhoff is not it. I need somebody who's over 6 foot. If they're even just 6 foot, I'll accept it. But 6'1" or above would be my minimum requirements. Decently speedy, strength. If you had Aiko Para, who was available via trade for monkey pittance last year, you could have got him for pennies on the dollar. Aiko Para would have been insane with this defense. Him and Calvo. Another one, Michael Parkhurst. You pony up the dough to get Michael Parkhurst, who ends up in Nashville or Cincinnati, one of those two teams. That instantaneously upgrades this defense. This defense is not good enough. This is not a championship caliber defense with Calvo and Kappelhoff. And I said it before, they're short, but they're still not pacey enough. If you're going to be that short, at least you got to be fast, and they're not fast enough to combat this. So if that's the case, let's get some height out there, preferably probably in Kappelhoff's spot. That would be, for me, starters would be, I don't even know, Kronholm had a decent game, had a nice, good save. Bornstein, good enough, definitely. I like Bornstein. Kronholm, though, I think is replaceable. Bornstein, good. Calvo, good enough. Brings a lot offensively and defensively. Kappelhoff was I don't know if it was his cross that created it. It would make most sense that it was his cross that helped create that goal. And if it was, awesome. Love it. But even still, even with that production of that incredible pass, that was his only moment of brilliance. Defensively, there was a lot of lacking. Brandt, lots lacking defensively. Offensively, liked it. Needs to come up with that chance. Frankowski, quite a bit done today. 1 or 2 sloppy passes. I need to see some physicality starting to best out some of these MLSers. He was besting out some of these guys today, and MLS is, of course, a notoriously physical league. But if you're trying to get to Europe, I need to see you bossing guys, not just merely just getting the better of guys. You have to boss guys and boss them consistently. A la Almiron. Almiron bossed guys consistently. And that's why we see him over in Europe now. Let's keep going through this lineup. Madron did enough today to earn a 7, I'd say. Or 6 to 7. Just like enough passes, enough technique, enough positioning to be where he was, to be where he needed to be. A couple good looking passes, but he's not a number 10. Nor is Mihailovic. Neither of those guys are number 10 magic creators. They're both very similar. And Madron might be closer to that number 10 than Georgie. Might be closer, but they're both not number 10s. They're just not. Georgie with a goal chance today, almost scored. Madron had a couple of good chances created for other people. Pineda. I think Pineda was the unsung hero of that center midline. Might have been the best out of the 4. Really? He's not as good as Frankowski, but between Mihailovic, Madron, and Pineda's the job that Pineda was asked to do. I thought that Pineda did an exemplary job defensively. Exemplary, shutting things down, doing everything he needed to do, and passing kept it simple, which is all you really can ask for a rookie in that situation. Herbers did not do a lot at center forward, but like I said in the broadcast, maybe he was doing enough to open things up for people that, maybe he doesn't show up on the score sheet so much or show up in the eye test so much on first watch. Maybe that's not the case, but, I'll let you guys hopefully get some more analysis during the week about that. Beric got a goal off the schneid in his very first game. That's what that's what you need out of your striker. That's what you got out of Beric. That's what you need out of your DP striker, and that's what you got out of Beric. You know who didn't get that out of their DP striker? LA Galaxy with one Chicharito. So Chicharito did not get off the schneid today. Beric did. So it's very interesting to note. But, of course, the knock on Chicharito is he might be a little bit more limited than Beric. And if we really consider it and think about it, is Beric a better position forward than Chicharito? And in theory, yes. He's taller, just as fast. I saw some techers, some surprising techers out of Beric today that belied a striker much better than I think that some of us thought we were getting. Better technicals than Nikolic right off the bat. Seriously, right off the bat. Better techers than Nikolic. Nikolic, of course, could just a pure finisher and just knows how to wrap his foot around the ball. But still, some promising things out of Beric we saw today. And Wiki, promising performance we saw under Wiki for the first game of the season. Is this the season that the Chicago Fire need? No. They need to be better. They need to be way better. They need to be Atlanta-esque or LAFC-esque going into Soldier Field to be able to draw and drum up the interest that they're in the rates that they're looking to. But for us 20-plus-year-old Chicago Fire fans, is this enough to show progress? Absolutely. That's the thing. For us longtime fans, this has been such an improvement. This has been the biggest improvement I've seen in 4 or 5 years. I did not see anything like this under Veljko Paunovic. I did not see this level of – we saw fight under Paunovic. Fight was never a question. Tactics were the question. Offensive plan was the question. I don't feel like we're going to have those questions about Wiki. The questions we're going to have Wiki are, is he going to have it enough defensively to stop MLS? Is he going to have the tools at his disposal thanks to George Heights to be able to do the things that he wants to do? And hopefully the answer to those questions are yes. I think that's about it for me, boys and girls. It's been a long game. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I don't know if you guys have any last comments or thoughts. Toss them in. We'll see them. Toss them out right now. This is only temporary. I'm going to shave this thing off. It was just for a 70s fun soiree the other night. It was really fun. So I was rocking the stash there for a minute. But that is not a long-term thing. All right, boys and girls, thanks for joining us. Smash a like on this, retweet, share, follow us on @FireEngine97 on Twitter. Always appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching now or after the fact. What a game. Fire lose 2-1 to the Seattle Sounders at Seattle Sounders home at CenturyLink Field. Not enough for the Fire. The Fire had to put up a good fight, but it just was not enough. And it was the very first game of the season, so hopefully we see a little bit more out of the Fire going forward. What is the Fire's next game? Very good question, and I'll try to tell you right now. Chicago Fire schedule. Very next game is going to be Saturday, March 7th at 12:30 p.m. versus New England. The next game after that will be March 14th, 6:30 p.m. at Orlando. And then finally, their very first home game will be March 21st at 2:30 p.m. at Soldier Field versus Atlanta United. We're still a couple games away from that, though, of course. Check us out on Spinning Fire YT. Subscribe for more Spinning Fire. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for checking us out, and thanks for being part of the show. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for taking part. All right, boys and girls. Later. Oh, I'm a little outro music. I'll do it because it's fun. Fire it out, boys and girls. Fire it down.